fucked up. We should come out faster so when you slow it down, marker. Oh yeah.
Wow. This thing's nice. The Chevy El Camino. The Conquista edition.
Conquista.
Top of the line with all the bells and whistles. It's seriously macho and also slightly disorienting. You look at it and you're like, what is this? Is it a car? Is it a truck? Is it a truck?
The exciting El Camino. The hottest prestige pickup on the road.
Coupe utility, country Cadillac, whatever you call it. What is the genesis even of how these came to be? Because by the time I was born, they were just matter of fact.
So the story goes that some lady in the 30s in Australia wrote to Ford and wanted something like this because she didn't like taking her husband's truck to church on Sunday because she wanted something she could take the pigs to market on Monday. And that's how this thing started.
You gotta leave it to an Aussie chick to just go right to Henry and say, you know what, you're not quite doing right, Mike. I mean, thank God for her.
Ford answered the prayers of Australian farm wives everywhere with its first utility coupe.
Look, it's more than a car. Look again, it's more than a truck. It's the new Ford Ranchero.
It's a real game changer, stylish and comfortable.
It's a real pack horse, too.
Because the Ranchero was so popular, Chevy decided to make their own version, and the El Camino was an even bigger success.
El Camino has 135 more horses than Ranchero.
Quickly becoming the best-selling utility coupe on the market.
The El Camino.
The El Camino, when you absolutely, positively have to take your pigs to church. One thing's for sure, it goes through a tank of gas like nobody's business. If I'm gonna take this baby on the road in 2023, well, it's gonna need some work.
I mean, where do you even start?
You know, it's almost too nice to kind of mess with, but
I can't leave it alone.
gotta make it better. These things were really, really underpowered. Top engine was a 305 with like 150 horsepower, so
Okay.
we could swap it out. The other day we should put the 2.7 liter little four banger they have. You have the pickups. It'll double horsepower. I know Robert's general trend in this thing is to get away from internal combustion engines. But the truth is, those things have come a long way since 1985. The 2.7 liter four banger that Chevy puts out right now is unbelievable. It's actually more powerful than the Vortec V8 they put in a lot of the Chevy trucks like 10 years ago. It's a great little motor.
Here's the thing, this engine is due for an upgrade, and Mazzilli's got a good point. Today's gas engines are light years ahead of what manufacturers were putting out 40 years ago. With a squawk like this, it's going to run a lot cleaner and get a bump in fuel efficiency to the tune of 25%.
Look, the downside is it's got a little bit of that K-car square boring.
They put a little roll bar in the back, some lights on top, stuff like that.
Yes, yes.
They put a lift in it.
Nice.
They
Okay.
get highs, 31s, 32s.
I mean, this interior is so retro.
I have vivid memories of seeing El Caminos everywhere in the 80s, and more often than not, they had a couple awesome dirt bikes sitting in the bed.
Like a
Dirt
couple
bikes.
Husqvarna in the back.
Right.
You're like, wow, man, rough and ready. They're going to
Right.
have a serious weekend up in the dunes. So, what's the eco version of that?
E-bike?
I'll leave the details to the experts. Bottom line,
Thank you, fellas. You are too kind.
this sucker's going to be a rolling Swiss Army knife when we get done with it.
We
B.
gotta build some kind of rack up here.
Okay.
Nada.
Put 'em in. This fits.